Hello everyone. The purpose of this video is to get you started with Project 3. As with all the projects, there are readings that are linked at the top of the project. That material constitutes what you need to know in order to successfully complete the project. Similar to Project 2, you need to have an understanding of the Turtle Graphics material. And a big hint, there are a lot of questions on the exam and on the homework that come from the Turtle Graphics material. So make sure that you have thoroughly looked over the Turtle Graphics material. Also, to do the project, you need to understand how to get around in Tani. And lastly, you need to understand what an equilateral triangle is, since that's what you're going to be creating in this project. Conveniently, I have linked the definition to an equilateral triangle here in the checklist. I'll go ahead and click on that so you can see what we're talking about there. An equilateral triangle has three equal sides, so all three sides of the triangle are exactly the same length. In addition to having three equal length sides, an equilateral triangle has the same angle at each of the three vertices in the triangle. So the sum of the angles inside of a triangle has to equal 180. So if they're all the same, then that means each side is 60 degrees. That came from dividing 180 by 3. So 60-degree angles at each corner of the triangle. So now that we have that definition out of the way, we need to create a new Python file that's named triangle dash and your last name .py. So my project 3 file will be named triangle dash clifton.py. Yours would be named with your exact last name. So I'll start Tani up and get working on this project. So Tani comes up to a new blank tab. First thing I'll do is File, Save As, and I have already created a Project 3 folder on my desktop. Right there it is. So I'll go into there, and here in this top bar is where you need to put the name of your project. So mine is going to be triangle dash clifton.py. Remember, this part needs to be your last name, not the words your last name, but actually your last name. I'll click on OK. You can check your work at this point. You'll notice where I'm mousing, the tab shows the name of my project file. And up at the top, you can also check there. That's the correct name for our project. You can double check it against right here on the checklist. So at that point, we're ready to go with our project. So the turtle library must be imported, and then we need a screen window, and then we need a turtle named with our last name. Now, the turtle, excuse me, not our last name, but our first name. So the turtle must be named with your first name. So if you don't want to lose points, make sure that you get the turtle named correctly. So before we get too far into this, I'm going down to the stepwise refinement, and you can notice that as with all projects in this class, there needs to be comments at the top of the project that have, at a minimum, your first and last name, the date, make sure this is all accurate, the assignment's name, and the description of what the assignment is going to do. So I don't always type these comments out for you in the project. After this project and probably the exam project, I will not be providing these to you. This is something you need to learn to do in your project. So copying those, I drug across them, I right clicked, I copied it to the clipboard. I'm switching back to Tani, and I'm going to the top window. I'm right clicking and pasting those comments in. Now my name is not Sarah, so I'm going to change that. And of course the date is wrong as well. So today, while I'm working on this, it's September 4th. Everything else is good, so I can save this and then move on to the next step. It says modify the triangle so the project so that it utilizes a turtle named with your first name. In order to do turtle graphics, we have to include the turtle library. So the code's right here for us. We can just copy it and paste it into project 3 after our comments. Remember, this needs to be imported before you start using the turtle graphics. Remember also that as with project 2, we need a screen. So WN equals screen. That creates a screen. Remember to have that screen stay up where we can see it, and to also release the graphics memory when we're done. We need to have an exit on click. That should be the last line in our turtle graphics. So I have got everything set up here where I can start coding the project. And you may remember we need a turtle with your first name. So my first name is Ken, so I'm going to say Ken equals turtle. That creates a turtle named Ken. And at this point, you are ready to start creating your triangle. Now, if you remember in the square program, if you're going to fill that triangle with your eye color, you need to have the fill color set. So you do that by calling your turtle name and then that turtle's fill color. And my eye color is blue, so I can easily use the built-in blue color. Remember, if you're making a color and you're going to use a variable here, if you're making a color with the red, the green, and the blue, you would not have quotes around the variable name. So next I have a Ken.begin fill, and at the bottom of my program, I'll have a ken.end fill. So you will draw your triangle in this empty area that I have here. So that's a good start on the project. You need to make sure that you follow the instructions here in the stepwise refinement, and it's going to tell you, similar to what you did in project 2, your length of your sides of your triangle needs to be based off of the last 3 digits of your RCCC student ID. Remember, all 3 sides have to be the same length if you're going to have an equilateral triangle. Also remember that your turtle is going to start in the center of your screen. So let's just say it starts right here where I have my mouse. You'll tell it to move your side length, and it will be pointed here to the right. Now, when you get ready to turn that turtle, you need to think about what kind of turn that will be. If we said turn 90 degrees, the turtle would be pointing straight up, and that wouldn't be right. So it's going to be some number more than 90 to get that turtle to go around where you will have a 60-degree angle in your vertice of your triangle. So once you've got that angle right, then you simply tell your turtle to move the side length again forward, and then you'll have to do another turn and then move your side length forward again. So the rest of the project is up to you to create. We have a good start right here to get the project going. You can test this out. You should see the turtle there in the center of your screen. That's all that we have done. We haven't told the turtle to move forward. We haven't told the turtle to turn left. We haven't told the turtle to move forward. So you need to create this equilateral triangle. Remember, click inside this window to have your graphics memory released and to close this turtle graphics window. So there's a good start on project 3. The rest is up to you. Remember that in addition to projects 2 and 3, you have the homework for module 1 and you have the exam, both parts of the exam for module 1. So good luck with project 3.